Mayor of Atlanta, Georgia. He was inaugurated as the 59th mayor and Hope Global Forum honorary. During his first year in office, he increased the city's reserves from $7.4 to $56 million and initiated a series of reforms to address the city's unfunded pension fund liability. He served for 11 years as a member of the Georgia General Assembly. He was first elected in 1998 as a state representative and served 2 terms. From 2002 to 2009, he served in the Georgia State Senate, where he was vice chairman of the State Senate Democratic Caucus. Mayor Reed has been featured on Meet the Press, The Charlie Rose Show, John King USA, and Andrea Mitchell Reports. He has also been featured in publications including the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal, the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, the Washington Post, Ebony, and Black Enterprise. Mayor Reed is a graduate of Howard University, where he received his Bachelor of Arts and Juris Doctor's degrees. He received an honorary Doctor of Laws degree from his alma mater in March 2011. Please welcome the Cascade Atlanta Community Mayor, Kasim Reed.
It's going down. I'm yelling timber.
I tell you what, you all have passed the first test, and that is that you all are actually here. There was a lot of partying going on. I was worried about everybody making it out. I want to welcome you all to the city of Atlanta and thank Maggie for that kind introduction. I also want to thank my friend John Hope Bryant, the chairman and chief operating officer of Operation Hope, and James Bailey, the chief executive officer of Atlanta Operations. So John is the CEO. I want to make sure I get that right. I can't think of a better place to be this morning than in this room with some of the world's most effective visionary change makers. The work of Operation Hope proves that those born in poverty are not destined to stay in poverty and live their lives in poverty. That the entrepreneurial spirit exists in all of us, waiting to be empowered, and that the United States can be the world's exemplar and a beacon for upward economic and social mobility. I'm very grateful that Atlanta is the place that Operation Hope is chosen to call home. Atlanta is the birthplace of the civil rights movement in America, the home of Dr. Martin Luther King, who was raised not far from where we sit right now, and of course the site of the Centennial Olympic Games, and is now an economic and cultural beacon in the southeastern region of the United States of America. So it really is no surprise to me that an organization like Operation Hope would feel at home in Atlanta, and we're glad to have all of you here. The global economy, as we all know, is still recovering from the 2008 Great Recession, but it is recovering. And it's our responsibility to ensure that this recovery benefits the many and not just the few, and that we finally take on the tough issue of expanding wages for people across the United States and the world. A meeting like this one that convenes global leaders from all sectors strikes me as a necessary when it comes to the subject of making free enterprise work from everyone. And that's what John Hope Bryant knows how to do as well as anyone else. That's because businesses need to create well-paying jobs. Schools need to train people for those jobs. And governments like mine and nonprofit organizations need to create the environment in which those two things can happen. Increasing economic opportunity is indeed a team effort. And if it's successful, the result will be a fairer, more connected world. The story that's often told in the United States about the economy is that technology is displacing jobs, and globalization is causing many of the remaining ones to get shipped overseas. Today, I want to promote an alternative vision, one in which technology is an opportunity for job creation, not a threat to it. And economic globalization is not a zero-sum game. in which people from different countries fight for a limited number of jobs. For example, technology and globalization have enabled small businesses to sell their products over the internet, reach the world market, something that 20 years ago was only possible for the world's leading corporations. Sidewalk District, founded right here in the city of Atlanta by a woman named Janelle Dolly, is a website that allows consumers to shop at independently owned Atlanta stores from their computer any applause. I think my wife is on your website right now. And Atlanta-based startup We & Company has expanded accessibility to traditional jobs by matching bartenders, servers, and restaurant managers to restaurants in need of staff. People are pursuing new opportunities like these, but many will need help as technology increasingly drives the world's economy. Just last week, I joined local entrepreneurs at the ribbon-cutting ceremony of the state-of-the-art Podponics facility in southeast Atlanta, close to Jackson Atlanta International Airport. Podtronics is a true Atlanta success story, but it's also an example of the type of entrepreneurship that Operation Hope works to support. An entrepreneur saw the need for more locally grown lettuce for salad mixes. Demand for food grown right here is high in our city, and the market wasn't meeting the need. So CEO Matt Leota launched a business that grows high-quality, nutritious lettuce in shipping containers using lighting and irrigation systems on their own, based upon their own design, and manufactures them themselves. This allows Podponics to grow lettuce regardless of the weather outside, rain, shine, heat, or frost, using very little water and without pesticides. And because this company grows the lettuce in shipping containers, they can operate a business on a piece of land with limited commercial or residential space around it. I truly believe that the entrepreneurial spirit, the drive to start a new business or to start a new career, really does exist in all of us. What Operation Hope has so resoundingly demonstrated again and again is that the poor aren't poor because they lack initiative, but because, and that's Operation Hope and I share the understanding that we cannot consider some people dependent and others independent. We must consider ourselves interdependent. That's the way forward. We dream individually. Thirst for it. People will work hard to seize it. I like to say that cities are the places where hope meets the street. And one of the things I mean is that as mayor, I'm constantly aware of how my policies are affecting people on Main Street. In fighting income inequality, we must interact directly with those who are struggling and reassure them that they matter in society and give them the job done. I urge all of you to partner with mayors across the United States of America and around the world, because people all over the world are moving to cities. The more prosperity, the better. That's an idea that guides the United States of America when we are at our best. And that is the idea that should guide the world so that we can be at our best. When I got up this morning to come over to visit with you, meaningful to share, and I came across a quote from our 35th president in the United States. And the quote was so eloquent. It said simply, "Things don't just happen, things are made to happen." That's what you're here to do today. God bless you, and welcome to the city of Atlanta.